Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about the inserts that come with the Tom 90 system and how I use them. So the planners that we've talked about so far, we've talked about all 4 of the planners that come within the Tom 90 system. And now I wanted to share with you the 5 inserts that you could add on with the planner in order to create a complete system. So I'm going to share with you exactly how I use each one of these inserts, and I have way more than these 5 within my planner. I will use them as I need them. So sometimes I'm using all of these inserts, sometimes I'm using a couple of them and some other ones that may be within my shop as well. So I wanted to talk about these 5 because these are the main 5 that I will really use when I need them, whenever I need to make some changes or adjustments, or I need to go into more depth. So let's get into it and let's talk about the inserts that come with the Tom 90 system. We've already talked about the 4 planners that are within this system. So now let's get into each particular section, what insert I will have within that section that may help or aid the planner that I am using within that section. The very first one is my hourly planner, and this planner is the planner that I am using in order to set up my week. So I use this in order to create my ideal week, and I will list out all the things that I think is going to happen, when they're going to happen, and usually I am doing this on a Sunday for the entire week. Now, this is a great way for me to plan my day and really try and think of everything that I believe is going to happen that week. But when it comes to the morning of that day, sometimes I need to go into more depth. So that's where my Plan Your Day download comes in handy. And this is one that I'm using when I need to replan my day, or I have a super busy day and I just want to rewrite and make sure that I'm listing out every single thing that I need to do. So with this download, you have from 6 a.m. until 3 a.m. as your scheduled time, instead of the 6 a.m. until 10 p.m. like that's on my weekly schedule. I have all the way until 3 a.m. I have a to-do list on this side, and then I have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack where I can keep up with what I'm eating. And then I also have this bottom section here. So I will use this download in order to go more in depth. Usually I'm using this when I have a super busy day. So I know I'm going to have a super busy day, so I will break down all the different things that I need to do. Now, many times I won't use this all the time. Like the last time I used this was right at the end of August, and it's the middle of September, and I haven't used another one since then. So this is not something that I use all the time. I only use it when I feel like I absolutely have to have it. And so as you can see, it comes on both sides, so I can just easily flip it over and write down whenever I need to use it again. And I really love this download because it makes it very easy for me to break down my days. And since this is not dated, none of the inserts are dated, that means I am able to just kind of keep going with this section until I feel like I have too many in here, and then usually I will pull them out and put them at the back of my hourly planner. So that's how I use these, and I really do feel like they really help me. Most times I won't add any stickers or anything to this particular insert unless I'm just in the mood. This morning I happen to be in the mood, and so I did add a couple of stickers, but for the most part this sheet helps me to go more in depth and get more detail for a busy day that I have on my plate. So I keep this section right behind my weekly section. It works for me that way, where I have my schedule here, and then I can flip to my daily section, and then I have my daily section here. Now let's talk about the next download that you can get with this one. I usually will use my habit tracker very, very often. However, I currently haven't been using it for the month of September because I'm still catching up for the month of August, and I'm not fully back in my habit tracking modes that I was at the end of July. So at the end of July, I did injure myself, and I haven't really been doing any working out or any type of habit tracking, any major cleaning since I injured myself. And I probably won't be until the beginning of October once I get clearance from my doctor. So once I do though, I will add these back into my planner. This is the habit tracker sheet, and you can track an entire week of habits. This is one of my favorite sheets, even though I don't currently have it in here because I'm not currently tracking habits. But this sheet definitely helped me the most when I was trying to instill and add in more habits into my life. So I mainly use my habit trackers right behind my daily section, and I will use these in order to just stay on top of all of the things that I wanted to do. And this is a great way for me not to have to rewrite over and over and over all of my habits on my weekly spreads. So I don't usually write it there. Like if you look in my to-do section, I have a list of things that I would have to do. Normally what I would have to do before I had this sheet is rewrite over and over and over that I was working out, that I needed to check my faith planner, or that I needed to do my expense tracker within my budget section. So I would have to rewrite that over and over and over. And in order to not have to do that and keep my to-do planner as just my to-dos for what I have to do that is outside of the norm, then that's where this tracker comes into place. So I'm able to keep all of my habits on this sheet for the week, and then I can just check them off or X them out if I did not complete them. So I usually will write everything in black, write all of my habits, write the week at the top in black, and then I check everything off or put an X mark in red if I did or did not do something. So that's how I use this one. Once again, you get 40 of these, which means they're front and back. So it's 20 sheets, but it's 40 trackers in total. And so that is how I am currently using the habit tracker sheet. Let's look at the very next one that you could get with the system, and that is my brain dump section or the to-do list. This is another insert that you could add on, and I use this one as a brain dump. As you can see, I have a bottom tab here that says brain dump, and I just list out anything that I need to add into my to-do section at a certain time or another. I have an entire list of things that I need to complete for the week, but on my brain dump, I am listing out things that is not in that planner or is not in my hourly planner, but I need to add it into my planner in the future. So it could be something that I need for next week, it could be for next month, it could be whenever. I just don't know when I'm going to be able to get to this to-do list. So usually I will add it here so that I don't lose it. I know exactly where I need to go, and it makes it a little bit easier. So I was using my brain dump notebook for this process before, and I still use my brain dump notebook, but I just use it differently. So I use my brain dump notebook in order to stay on top of all of my meetings and all of the different things that may happen during the day, like different notes that I just kind of need to jot down, which is still pretty much a brain dump or like a to-do list, but it's not a list. It is when I am jotting down notes from a meeting or additional things that came out of that particular meeting. And then I will either add certain things to my to-do list if I want to make sure that I don't lose it, because my brain dump notebook is not organized. You've seen that one a couple of times. It's very, very messy. And so since it's not organized and there is no system to the notebook, sometimes I do like to transfer over exact to-dos that I have or schedule things that I have to my planner. That way I know exactly where it is, and I know I'm not trying to flip back and forth through my brain dump notebook in order to figure out where something is. So with this download, you could use it the exact same way, or you could use it just as a to-do list where you can jot down everything that you need to do for a particular day. Once again, it's back and front, so you are able to jot down as many things as you need and just keep this running list. I like to keep it it right after my to-do planner. That way I can keep this brain dump list of all the different things that may come up, and I have an easy list that I can look up and see what I should be doing next. The next insert that you could also add with the planner, I don't have currently in here, and that is my home cleaning sheet. So my home cleaning sheet is another one that I will use in order to stay on top of all of the areas of my home that I need to clean. Usually the way that I will use this one is I will add the days of the week and the different areas that I need to clean for that day. Currently, I am not using it because, once again, I'm healing, so I'm not doing the same amount of cleaning that I was a couple of months ago. I'll probably, once again, put this one back in the month of October when I am able to get back to doing more of the things in the home like I was before. But for now, this is exactly what it looks like, and I usually will use this for 6 of the days. On the 7th day, I usually don't do anything. So I don't do any cleaning on Sundays. So I will use this for all of the days. Another way that I have used this as well is putting the exact room that I want to clean in our home, and then listing out the things that I want to do in that room. So it could either be the days of the week or the different rooms. That's the 2 ways that I will use this, and it definitely has worked out well for me. I'm just not currently using it right now within my planner, but if you wanted to add this one on, you could add this one on to the system, and then that way you have these inserts that you can pop into your planner. Now, with these as well, they usually come punched. So they will come already punched like this. So then that way you're able to just punch it in to your planner wherever you need it to be. And then the last insert that you could purchase with this planner is the journal sheets. So the journal sheets are another set of sheets that I just like to have within my planner for notes and for anything that I might need to write down. So I do have a section in the back of my planner where I am able to jot down different notes, and this is the journal paper that I am using for that. And once again, it comes in a classic in the big size, but I usually will pop these into my planner, and then that way I just kind of have some scratch paper or different things to write in. Now, I will still mainly use my brainstorming notebook, but sometimes I don't have access to it, or it might be in my bag somewhere and I just need to jot down something really quick. So I do have blank journal paper at the back of my planner, and that is the way that I will use this in order to stay on top of all of my notes within my system. So those are the 5 inserts that you could also get with the Tom 90 planner. The other thing that you could also get, if you didn't notice, is the top dividers. So you all have been asking me about top dividers for so long, and I finally have been able to get them to my shop. So I use these dividers as top dividers and bottom dividers. It just depends on how I have flipped the actual tab, but I now have them in the shop, and you can get a set of 4. So they don't come automatically with the planners, but you can also add them on. And as you can see, I have added them, and I love these frosted ones because you can see through them. You see how easy that is? Oh my goodness, I was so excited when they finally came in. So I have replaced all of my inserts, and I used 2 packs of these inserts in order to add them into my planner. I have 4 at the top and then 4 at the bottom, and they just make such a difference in not having to have any design on this divider. So you see how I can just easily see straight through it. Oh, love it. I am just in love with that. So those are the inserts and the dividers that I currently have in here, and I will leave all of those linked below in case you are interested in any of them. And then in tomorrow's video, we will start to get into the mechanics of how I do certain things within my planner, start getting into the weekly routine, the daily routine, how I'm able to use the multiple sections that I have, and get more into the system. So I'm really excited to talk to you all about that, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Until then, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye, guys.